Rick Warren has decided that he does not like the contraception mandate in Obamacare. It's not a recent decision. He's been firmly against it, saying, I can't believe they're going to force good religious organizations to provide health care, which they're not really paying for, which would allow women to have the choice to do whatever they want with their body, including taking contraception. So it's not like we're making the church give contraception to the women or to provide it for free or anything along those lines. But nonetheless, apparently this is an outrage, and Rick Warren has a fascinating analogy for us on it.
I don't have a problem personally with contraception, but I support anybody's right to not have to pay for it if they don't believe in it. That's what I support. And that's called freedom of speech. In other words, if all of a sudden they made a law that said every Jewish deli in Manhattan has to start selling pork, I would be out there with the rabbis protesting that. Why? I don't have a problem with pork, but I believe in your right to not have to sell pork if it's not in your faith.
Now, one thing I do agree with is apparently he does not have a problem with pork. Hey, Glass House, I also love God's food, bacon, and you can tell. But now, I love the analogy because he's saying like as if the government forces a Jewish deli to serve pork and to sell pork. But the government doesn't go to the church and say, all right, now you must immediately start providing abortions or even providing contraception. It doesn't say any of that. It just says if you're providing health care, in the health care should be a choice for women to get contraception. It doesn't say you have to give it to them. It doesn't say you pay for it. So it's as if the Jewish deli owner had to provide health care, and in that health care it said you can eat a pork sandwich. I mean, I don't know why I would say that in health care, okay, in the package. But yeah, or we'll cover you if all you do is eat bacon. Well, you would be covered under Obamacare, and the Jewish deli can't say, oh, God damn it, this thing is against my beliefs. I can't believe there's health care that allows you, your fat ass, to eat pork all day long, and then I got to provide that insurance for you. Yeah, you got to provide insurance. That's how it works. All right, one more from Rick Warren.
The first freedom in America, the first sentence of the first phrase of the First Amendment, the first freedom in America is freedom of religion. Okay, it comes before freedom of speech. It comes before freedom of the press. It comes before freedom, the right to assemble. It becomes for every other freedom. Why? Because if I don't have the freedom to believe and to practice my belief, then I don't need free speech. If I don't have the freedom to believe what I want to believe, I don't need the freedom to assemble. If I don't have the freedom to believe what I want to believe, I don't need the freedom of the press. It's not by accident. Freedom of religion is called the first freedom because it's the freedom to believe the way you want to believe. And if you force me to go against my beliefs, you have just violated the First Amendment. And I believe, and without a doubt, the Obama administration violated the First Amendment.
I can't believe they let him spew this garbage without challenging him. Like, what are you talking about? Who calls it the first freedom? You do. Nobody else calls it the first freedom. That's not a thing. Constitutional scholars don't call it the first freedom. The Founding Fathers didn't call it the first freedom. And no, it doesn't, like, in space and time, it doesn't come before freedom of speech or anything along those lines. I mean, you're talking about a sentence? They never said in the First Amendment, oh, by the way, we're structuring the sentence this way because we really believe freedom of religion is more important than freedom of speech or anything. No, you made that up. That's just not true. And second of all, it's nonsensical. If we don't have freedom of religion, well, that would be terrible. I love the First Amendment. I want freedom of religion. I want to be able to practice my non-belief, okay? But it doesn't mean that if I don't have that, I don't give a damn about freedom of speech or freedom of the press or freedom of assembly. I would still care significantly about those issues. But like, since he's obsessed with the Bible and he's like, ensconced himself in it, he's like, well, if I don't get to enforce my beliefs on you or the people that work for me, well, then what's the point of freedom of speech? Because you don't care about that. You don't want people to have those freedoms anyway. You want them to all live by your Bible and your rules. So you don't really believe in that part of the First Amendment. By the way, in the First Amendment, it also says that we shall not establish a religion. And so, Rick Warren, sad day for you, we're not going to all follow your rules. And you know what? If you're going to hire people, and by the way, get a lot of the advantages of the federal government, including not paying your taxes, well then drink a big tall glass of shut-up juice and provide decent coverage for your employees like everyone else in the country.